My son, I want to teach you how to make more money and save more money than people making the same as you. You can even have more money than those who earn more than you. All you need to do is focus on what I'm about to show you. Right now, everyone is talking about deep financial philosophy, macroeconomics, and getting super intelligent. But they aren't willing to understand the basics. I'm going to teach you guys the basic today. In the first episode, I said, if you don't have strong foundations, even the slightest gust of wind will blow you off the board. And in money, it's all about staying in the game, right? So my goal is for you sons not to have a shitty life. We are going to have a couple of scenarios. Look, we have your income and time, okay? And green color means money. So you start your entrepreneurial journey right here at the age of 19. That's fair? You've done high school, and now it's time to make money. But you don't want a job, so you go ahead and start a venture. But as you become independent, you have expenses, not just income. Average people's income is rarely linear, but when you start a venture, your income won't be steady like that. It's not very realistic, understand this. Usually you'll have something like this. That's how your income would actually be. My career looked like this over the years. There were successes, but there were also downfalls, as deep as the Mariana Trench. The point of all this is for the line to move evenly with time and upwards, to not give up. I'll explain in the next video exactly how to break the chain of failures. Getting back to the topic. Now, what is the problem with making money? It's not your ability to earn it. It's your ability to keep it. Many people don't know how to protect wealth. And let me teach you how to actually protect your wealth. Here's the simplest example. I don't want to complicate it because if I do, you won't remember anything. And that's not the point here, son. So let's say your income is linear. Now let's talk about your expenses. Most people match their income with the level of expenses they have. Because they think their income is linear, they have to have linear spending. What people are trying to do is showcase to the world their income level. Pathetic. So, as their income increases, they want to flaunt it to people, to the world. And this is normal behavior. But we are not here to behave normally, only healthily. And this is definitely not healthy behavior. So, the average loser, and this is not you because you are going to learn this right now at a young age. Their expenses go along with their income very closely. What does this mean? It means you have little room to breathe, little room for freedom, son, little room to save money. Look at how much room you have for freedom. So let's connect this with what we already know. If you have a venture, your income is not steady. It looks like this. You can notice dips like these. And what then? You lose money. In life, it's very difficult to reduce your expenses. Imagine you have a stupid contract where every month you have to pay for a phone, for example. Now you have a headache. So now you have to deal with, for example, a $200 payment because you didn't learn how to manage your expenses and your time. I explained the latter in the previous episode. Let's say this is $60K. I remember when I worked at a market, drove a Renault, came back from the Matrix, and did a side hustle in my free time. But my expenses were fairly correlated, and then as soon as I hit 60 grand, my expenses reduced drastically. Why? Because I realized I couldn't always count on making more money, but I could count on maintaining the money that I was making. So I limit my expenses. So the difference is that if you know this and you earn more and can reduce your expenses, this created freedom. This right here we call beautiful freedom. The bigger the gap, the more freedom you are going to have. Another thing, when you become rich, make sure no failure affects your freedom, that you have enough room to maneuver. You can't even imagine how quickly you'll achieve freedom. Son, very few people understand and know what I just showed you. With this knowledge, know that there's no shame in living with your parents, living in a one-room apartment. As long as you're trying to increase your income and reduce your expenses, you're on the right track. Thanks to this code, this script, you won't behave like a normal average person, or a kid who made a few thousand on Dogecoin and is flexing at 21 with a new car, having no clue how money works. You're gonna grind and build a real business and make real money. One more thing, the worst that can happen to an average person. Many people don't know how to make money, and their expenses aren't stable. They go up rather than down, and they have to take a loan. Do you see what happens? Do you see what happens? That's called slavery. You don't want that. Ask yourself now, do you want to be free? Not luxurious, not rich. Do you want to be free or a slave? I thought so. And one more thing. If you want to achieve financial freedom through your actions and never be poor again, subscribe to this channel and leave a question in the comments under the video, and I'll answer it.